Hello, everyone. Welcome to Diamonds in December. My name is Suzanne Clinton, and I am a Diamond Ambassador. Great job to those of you that have been watching all of these videos. There have been some amazing tips. I've been taking pages of notes myself. Okay, so let's get right to it. As I was thinking about what I was going to talk to you guys about, I realized, okay, I can give y'all do 1, 2, 3, do A, B, C, do this IPA and this IPA. Here's some action points, all of that great stuff. And a lot of that was introduced to you by some amazing diamonds. But something kept coming back to me over and over, and God was kind of laying it on my heart what I should talk about. And the topic of that was to keep on keeping on. And relating to that, I kept thinking about three things. And that the main thing is perspective, and then encouragement, and just hopefully this can also be a little inspiration. But I first want to mainly stick to perspective. Here's the definition of what perspective means. It is a particular attitude towards something or the understanding of the importance of something. Pretty simple. So here's what I want to do. So I want to take you guys back to what your life was like before you found Plexus. So what were you doing? What was your health like? Maybe what job were you working? What bill could have been a struggle to pay? Were you anxious? Were you possibly sick in bed? Were you suffering from something? Maybe what was a family member's health like before Plexus? Who were you giving back to financially and helping? What were you struggling maybe with personally? What was weighing heavily on you in your life? And maybe what were you even fearful of that you didn't know you were fearful of? So I want to go back and I want you to think about some of these questions that I just asked. It doesn't have to be a big thing. Maybe before Plexus, you couldn't pay your car payment. Maybe you struggled, you couldn't let your kids do some extra activities they wanted to do before Plexus. Or maybe the money doesn't even matter to you, but you're healthy now. Health huge for Plexus. And it's been a really huge deal in your life. So where were you before Plexus? I think it's easy for us to forget about these things sometimes. So let me tell you real quick where I was. So this March will be my 5-year anniversary with Plexus. I joined in March of 2013. I suffered from major anxiety. I even had a couple panic attacks just a few months before I found Plexus. Really struggled with that. I was addicted to diet sodas. I slept horribly. Just woke up, tired, obviously because I slept horribly all the time. Needed a nap in the afternoon. I lived paycheck to paycheck. I felt like as soon as money came in, money was gone, straight out of my bank account. I worked 2 hourly paying jobs. I had a husband who was in a job that he just didn't really want to be in forever, kind of was looking for something, had always been looking for something else. I was stressed all the time because of my daily work schedule. It was crazy. I had minimal freedom and time because I was working a lot. I had to even limit some of my kids' activities that they wanted to do because honestly, we just couldn't afford it. I remember praying at the grocery checkout counter that our budget would please not go over what it was supposed to be for that week. Did that several times. Please don't let it go over. Please don't let it go over. Okay. We hardly ever went on family vacations. I had this guilt because we always had to receive things from people. And it was hard because I wanted to give back and I couldn't do that. We just couldn't do that financially. So I think it's easy to forget. And I think it's easy just to lose perspective when something goes differently and not the way you planned in your business. We'll just talk about your business for a minute. So let's think about it. It's really exciting when you first get a new customer, right? You're excited, you're getting them on the products, you're giving them their regimen, you're like, oh, this is gonna be great, it's gonna go wonderfully. These are such great products, we all know we have. Maybe it's exciting when your ambassadors are duplicating, they're adding to their team. It's always obviously exciting when you're ranking up. It's exciting when you have team members ranking up, right? It's exciting when the back office is working perfectly. But What happens when something goes wrong? What do? Do you stop? You throw in the towel? Do you maybe disappear for a couple weeks, a couple days, a week, whatever it is? Do you get mad? Do you maybe think, oh, another MLM is kind of looking pretty enticing right now? Okay. So, where is your perspective on things in times of adversity with your business? Are you forgetting about all the incredible and sometimes life-changing things that Plexus has done for you? I talk to people all the time, just in a regular job, corporate job, just any job, all the time. And guess what? They have setbacks too. Somebody doesn't have good sales for the month. Somebody is not getting along with a team member. Somebody maybe gets demoted. They're not doing well in their job, so they get demoted. Kind of remind me of losing rank. They all kinds of things and setbacks happen in their job all the time. It just happens, and it's just going to happen. Every job on the planet is going to have a setback or a struggle or adversity. But you got to ask yourself this. And ask yourself this, what will you do? That's the big question. What will you do when you have these hard times? Okay, when you have this, what will you do? And whether you signed up yesterday or whether you signed up 2 or 3 years ago, this is a great question that you need to continue to ask yourself. And how will you handle it? And just be prepared for it. I wanted to share a story really quick. Okay, so some of us that went to college together, there's several of us Plexus ambassadors that went to college together with a sweet, sweet couple. And they have 5 kids. And probably about 3 or 4 years ago, they had a son who was 7 years old, and he developed leukemia. And unfortunately, he passed away. So they lost one of their sons, had 4 kids left. This week on social media, we learned that unfortunately their oldest son, their 16-year-old, and their 14-year-old son was in a car accident. Really, really tough, bad car accident. And the 14-year-old's fine. The 16-year-old, even as we speak, is in very critical condition, kind of fighting for his life. And I was thinking about that last night, actually, and I was thinking, oh my goodness. I was thinking about Jeremy and Emily. They're the parents and friends of mine. And I was putting myself in their shoes and thinking they are probably just thinking, we can't go through this again. Not again. We cannot lose another son. Okay. They haven't lost him yet, but he's in really critical condition. But I'm sure that has gone through their mind, right? And I'm telling you that story because I started thinking just about our Plexus business. And obviously, this story is much more tragic and much more severe than our Plexus business, but it reminded me of it a little bit because I'm thinking about our back office specifically. I'm thinking about hard times. A couple of years ago, if you were with us, we went through a transition. We went through a back office switchover that was tough. People still ranked up. People still did really well. People moved up. We were fine. But there was some kinks and some setbacks that we had as a company as a whole. And with that transition of the back office, and it was tough. It was really hard. And as you guys know, just a couple months ago, we released another back office to make it even better. And it's been great, but it's been hard. It's been tough again. As they're getting these kinks worked out and figuring things out, it's been hard. And I'm sure some of you have thought, all right, here we go again. And maybe you've even thought, okay, I can't go through this again. I can't go through this again. So I tell you those 2 examples because I'm thinking, well, can you? Can you go through this again? Well, sure you can. Sure you can go through this and we'll be fine. We're going to get through it. Everything's going to be just fine. You can do it. And I was thinking about also this phrase that many of you probably heard but it says, God doesn't give you anything you can't handle. And I have to be honest with you that I actually don't totally agree with that statement, because sometimes he does. Sometimes he might give you things that you think you can't handle. You think you can't get through. You think it's going to take you forever to get through. And I think you can relate that to your own personal life and to your Plexus business. You know, you probably think, gosh, I can't do this. I can't do this again. But you can. You absolutely can. Here's what I tell team members that are struggling a lot. I've specifically told them this. Okay, you've got two choices. These are people that are kind of thinking about, oh, I don't know if I could do this. I don't want it. You know, I've told them you've got two choices here. One, you quit. You lose every dime that you've ever made, even if it's just a couple $100s a month. Okay, money that you weren't making before Plexus. You leave Plexus. I don't know if you're going to continue taking the products, whatever. You're done with that. Or you stay, you push through, you continue making your income, possibly continue making more in a few months as you've kept on and pushed through, and hopefully things go well in your business, and you continue helping others. Because honestly, y'all, what is this really about? One of the reasons why I joined Plexus is because I knew we had products that are actually helping people. They mean so much to people. They are tremendously helping people, products and financially. Because what it's really about, and y'all, honestly, what is our mission about? Our mission is to help people. We still have a mission to fulfill. We are not finished here. We have others out there who need our products. People who are sick, people who are unhealthy, people who would kill for one of our 15 products to help them health-wise. We have people who are financially strapped and cry every single night because they're so stressed about money, that need our compensation plan. They need the business opportunity. So what if I had stopped when it got hard? I'm just going to give you a couple examples here. What if I said, I'm just talking about my own personal business. What if I had not continued to post 6 months into my business after my now level 1 diamond, who is Jennifer Lee, had blocked me on Facebook because she was sick of my Plexus post? True story. She really did. What if I had just realized, okay, that's hard. Oh gosh, I'm worried what she's going to think about me. I'm worried what all these people are going to think. I can't do it anymore. This is hard. I feel like I'm losing people, because I don't know, posting too much, whatever. What if I'd stopped that? Well, Jennifer would probably be unhealthy and overweight still. She could be struggling to pay her bills. If you watched her Diamond documentary, she got her water turned off a couple times. Okay. I just think about that and I'm like, thank you, Lord, that I continued on, and thank you for Plexus. What if Jen Hawkins, who is one of my best friends, I'm her level 2 in between Celeste, had decided to forget about posting about Plexus when she was the only one out of her entire network that was posting about this crazy MLM called Plexus, Plexus that was not popular, was frowned upon back in 2012 for 9 months. She posted about Plexus for 9 months, from what I remember, and I don't know anyone else in our network, because we had a lot of the same friends, or even hers, that posted about it. It was hard, okay? The website, I don't know if I can say this, but it was not good then, okay? What if she thought, maybe I shouldn't do this business. Maybe I shouldn't. So, the back office doesn't look exactly the way I think it should look, so I'm not going to do it, okay? What if she had stopped? Most of you watching this may not be watching this if that had happened. So thank you, Lord, for Jen Hawkins. What if Sarah Marvel, who it took 7 months to get to silver, had said, you know what? This is taking way too long to get to this first rank. This is not a real company. This is not going to work. This is too hard. I'm just going to forget it. I'm going to do something else. What if she had done that? Huge, amazing, wonderful diamond ambassador with a huge team who has inspired so many people out there. What if she had decided it was just too hard? Here's my point, y'all, and I'm wrapping it up. We have to keep on keeping on. We have to remember what we didn't have before Plexus. We have to continue to build our belief and build it even more when we have harder times in our business. We have to not let a back office system issue cause us to throw away what could be a lifetime of financial freedom, or giving the gift of health and financial freedom to someone else. I want to encourage you guys to think about these things. Think about these things often. We have to continue to build our belief, and do that. And I want to challenge you guys to do a couple of things, and then we're done. I want you to write down where you were. I told you, I want you to write down what challenges maybe you faced, where you would be without Plexus, and what Plexus has done for you. Put in your notes in your phone, type it up, put it on your wall in your office, do something. And I want you to pull that out when things get hard, when things aren't going your way, maybe when you just get tired, you're burnt out, when you're frustrated. But I want you to keep that and remember, because guys, we've got to remember. We got to put things in perspective. Remember all the wonderful things Plexus has done for yourself, for your friends, for your family, for so many people. Most importantly, I want you guys to keep on keeping on, because I know you can do this. I know you can hit your goals, and I know that we're going to keep changing some lives. Thanks, you guys, for listening, and Merry Christmas.